Hello, this is Heisenberg.
Hey there, it's G Forever.
Yes, and we're here with news of Godzilla 1989 and Rose Biollante Ultimates action figures from Super 7.
Yay, Super 7, a Rose Biollante, finally.
Yeah, is this the first one ever, G Forever?
This is the first movie accurate one for sure.
Yeah, that's 8 inches tall. Yeah, 8 inches.
Yeah,
It's 8 inches.
I
Oh, which
know.
is
I
I'm
like
very
it.
excited about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the size that I'm most excited for because the classic Bandai's were 8 inches, and I think that's a pretty good size. So it's not too small and not too big. So it's a
Yes.
kind of a great size for all the collections.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So here's some facts about these. They're cost $85 each. You can pre-order them at Super 7. They're expected out in winter 2022, which I think is about a year from now. And here's Josh from Super 7. So they posted this video on YouTube, and I've removed the audio, but we can sort of see,
Hmm.
see what they look like
They
with a
look
person
great.
here.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes. Like, again, yeah, I'm very excited that they're 8 inches. Very excited that we've got a 8 inch Rose Biollante movie accurate for the first time,
Hmm.
and he's showing off like one of the Godzilla's hands here. So yeah,
Yeah,
with Godzilla, the
the
Ultimates tend to
tail.
have lots of accessories.
Ah,
So with the Godzilla, we've got two heads,
okay.
an open mouth and a closed mouth,
Ah,
and we've
okay.
got seven hands. And he's showing off. We've got this vine
Oh,
that
wrapped around his neck.
yeah, that you can, to wrap around his neck, basically. Well, you don't, yeah, so this wrapped vine. And it looks like he has about 15 points of articulation. They didn't
Ooh,
give an
cool.
exact number, but just looking at the photos in this
Mm-hmm.
video, I count roughly about 15.
All right.
And now we're looking at Biollante, who also has two heads, an open and closed mouth,
Okay.
has about six vines. Two of the vines have heads, and then there's also, as he's showing here, there's also two like battle damaged vines
Ah, like
with heads.
decapitated ones. Yeah.
Yep. And the articulation, he says, is there's articulation in the leaves and the vines and in the vine mouths, which he showed
Okay.
that one vine mouth opens and closes there.
Yeah, that's
Oh, very.
cool
So what do you think? Here it is. And like, oh yeah, and they're not only is it 8 inches tall, but like from front to back, it's 14 inches long.
for Godzilla.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, with that long tail. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So what do you think here, Chief Forever, looking them over?
Oh, I think I'm loving that Rose Biollante a lot. Because we really don't have any representations in the toy world for Rose Biollante. They're usually, I mean, we did get a few in recent years, but they're all like 4 inch or 3 inch minifigures. Like I think Bandai XGD Plus recently did one. There was an older 4 inch Bandai candy toy, and then X Plus did a mini extra for the 30 centimeter Godzilla. And I think Iwakura did one. Was like what do you call it? Like the Christmas ornament. But yeah, this is like the Marmot did like a stylized 8 inch, but this is like the first movie accurate with articulation. So this is pretty cool, and
Yeah, I think the
I'm
rose. I
loving
think
it.
yeah, I think that rose looks really nice.
Yes.
Uh,
My only thing is I'm surprised they actually went with two different heads for the Rose Bounty. I figured they could probably make the mouth movable, just to kind of save on the
it's a different
extra. But
choice.
yeah,
It's a different choice there. Yeah, oh yeah, and with ultimate, it looks like that with the ultimates they tend to just give you multiple heads
multiple heads.
instead of
Yeah,
like articulation in the heads.
for the mouth. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like that's just nitpicking, but I think it's great, like having all these accessories and the articulation for Rose Biollante. I'm liking it because most of the articulation seems to be, or the joints seem to be hidden pretty well from these photos. Godzilla does look pretty good for for a domestic sculpt, because they tend to be a little different from their Japanese counterparts. But this one looks pretty good. I think the tail is a little thick, but I think it is better looking than the NECA version. The NECA one kind of has like a cartoon feeling, and this one definitely looks more closer to like the SH Monster Arts, but not quite there. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited for the Rose Biollante.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Again, so I like the size. This
Yeah,
is. Oh, and by the way, there are two more Godzilla Super 7 Ultimates that are
cool.
planned. So yeah, so the Super 7, they've said that I think they've planned at least four Godzilla Ultimates, where it would be like
Mm,
like this pair where it's a Godzilla and a foe, and then there's another
Hmm.
pair of Godzilla and a foe that has not been
Nice.
revealed yet.
Okay.
And that's not they're spreading out the release because
Hmm.
unfortunately the one thing they were sad about was the fact that they cost $85 each.
Yeah, it's a
Just
little pricey.
yeah, again they didn't want to have it cost that much, but that's just what it worked out to be, like just
Hmm.
in today's economy.
Mm.
And again, the only way they could have reduced the price was to like remove features. And but
Okay.
again, these are supposed to be ultimates,
Yeah.
so they decided, okay, yeah, let's make them ultimates
Keep them
and
ultimates.
yeah, keep them as ultimates, and yeah, it'll cost $85 each.
Mm.
Which I think is okay for me. This is sort of like in the yeah, it's in the SH Monster Arts range. Actually, SH Monster Arts are like much more expensive than that.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah,
tiny. And again,
they
the main
are.
selling point of SH Monster, well, two selling points is like, yeah, very movie accurate and lots
Hmm.
of articulation. But
Yeah.
for me, it's like I value size more
Okay.
than I think the articulation.
Mm.
So yeah. So again, this is another choice. We still have SH Monster Arts is still there if you prefer that, but now
Yeah.
we also have this. And so,
Yeah, I think the sculpt here looks, pretty good. Like there's not so many seams, so it's not so distracting. And it doesn't seem like to be any major gaps either. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good choice to have. And
yeah,
89 is a very popular Godzilla design, so it's pretty cool. I do like all the different hand accessories. So you can have like a fist, and it's kind of like I guess like an open claw. The damaged hand looks I think the damaged part of the hand looks a little too clean. I think I kind of would wish there was a little more jagged when his hands get pierced by one of the vines,
yeah. I
but
think
yeah, I think overall it's good.
I have two main concerns. To me, these definitely do look like toys.
Mm,
Like in at least in the photos and the video, they kind of look like it kind of does look like a toy, where it's sort of like it looks.
okay.
You can tell that it's like plastic or
Yeah, it
vinyl,
does kind of look plastic, huh?
and it's got kind of a gloss to it. Actually, to me, it actually reminds me of Trendmasters.
Oh, okay.
Of like the sort of, I don't know if it reminds you of Trendmasters, but just sort of like that kind of like it's very kind
Uh-huh.
of like toy like.
Toy like,
Whereas I
yeah.
would rather have it like look more like a real suit,
Mm,
if possible. And
yeah.
then I think the only other thing is like on Godzilla here, like like that articulate, they gave him like articulation around his waist, so there's like that
Mm,
big seam around the middle.
yeah, that one is a little distracting.
Yeah, I think I find the seam around the middle a little distracting.
Yeah.
But otherwise, but otherwise, like I said, glad Super 7 is making these. Glad we have one more choice. Really glad that they're 8 inches tall.
Yeah, I think 8 inch is great. Like I'm glad toy companies are kind of going back to the 8 inch size because I miss that size. I mean, a lot of companies run the 6 inch scale, which is nice, but I think it's a little small.
Yeah,
So
I
eight
think that
inches is great.
yeah, I think the best thing is for fans of Biollante that you've got
Mm,
like this. Yeah, like you said, as we've said, like now we got this. I think that rose. That's what's striking me the most. I think is that the rose looks really pretty. I
yes.
like how the rose looks. And
Yeah.
then so yeah, it's like so now you get you get a rose for fans of Biollante. You get the Rose Biollante
Mm-hmm.
and you got a Godzilla to pair her with.
Yeah.
So yeah, so nice display. You get a very very nice display there.
Yeah, and this being 8 inches, I think even if you skip on Godzilla and just get the Rose Biollante, I believe the 8 inch monster arts might be able to scale well. I guess we'll see when it
Oh
comes out.
oh yeah, oh yeah, cool. All right. Well, again, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll keep you up to date about this Godzilla news, and we'll have Godzilla reviews and other fun videos. So please subscribe, and we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, definitely a lot more Super 7 news and more Godzilla excitement to come.
Oh yes. Okay, this is Heisenberg.
And G Forever, hoping you enjoy the Super 7 Godzilla and Rose Biollante from the Ultimates line.